Welcome to the Tuesday Show. I'm James Chen. How's everybody going? Unfortunately, Mr. Ultra David cannot be with us, but today, of course, we have Super David.
Yeah, Vanilla David. 80/20
We haven't said this already. No. We haven't said this already at all. All right, so we've got Mr. Sajam here, aka Steve, but we've also got this is Bland Steve.
Vanilla. This is Vanilla Steve.
No flavor Steve.
No flavor Steve. And we've got Tasty Steve. Of course, formerly known as Digital Devil 4GK.
Yes.
4GK, that's the one.
But he gave that up.
Yeah.
I think that's a good drop.
That's a good drop.
I could never call you Digital Devil 4GK.
What about Forgotten Kazama?
Nah.
No. Wow, we're gonna talk about this later.
Only if you come in full Akatsuki gear and like you have to go full anime.
You know I would do that.
Because that's an anime. That's super anime. All right.
But also we have here special guest. You guys know him as Bizarro Mike in the Twitterverse, but he is also the man who has been bringing us lots of FGC news content recently with all of the casuals articles on Red Bull. He is now a part of Yahoo Esports and will be writing a lot of fighting game content.
And doing a lot of video stuff. So
yeah, I was just about to say.
Flame me.
You get to see his pretty face.
See, the
you
problem
can start with this one.
Yeah, we had to introduce the way you look because we're going to have to get used to it,
right.
unfortunately, at some point in time. So
I'm not even looking at that chat.
Don't do it. It's a big mistake.
I sit in that chat. I know what goes on here.
The chat's usually okay here. It's okay. Yeah. Usually all they do is just yell at me for my technical gaffes, which happens
Where's
all the
David's
time.
beard?
Yeah. That's the best one. Look, chat, I'll never betray you and shave it. David is random whether he's going to have the beard or not. But mine is consistent.
How does he grow it and not grow it so fast? I think it's ridiculous.
Right.
Because I'm watching one week and then I come back and then he has a beard. Dude, from baby face to beard. I don't know how he does that.
Like this is already like 5 days for me that I
You look like you've been through it with just done.
I know, right?
I can't just done.
Dude, like this is seriously, I can't even grow beard here. Yeah. Like you guys, I can see the hair. No, I can even see hair for you a little. Dude,
it's like splotchy. I got that Asian splotchy beard.
Yeah. No, but I mean, one of the things that this is going to be the most.
What are they talking about beard?
We have to catch our bearings.
We gotta figure out where we're at.
No. Okay. So what we're actually going to talk about, the reason why we have Mike here, because normally I wouldn't have him here.
I just barged in, actually.
He's kind of useless or whatever like that, yeah.
I kind of just wormed my way into this thing.
No, one of the reasons why we have Mike here is because one of the things that I really wanted to talk about today is news content. FGC news content specifically.
Okay.
The reason why I want to bring this up is because just recently the editor-in-chief, Ian to the Max from SRK, has stepped down from being the head writer at SRK.
That's true.
And, and this has been after months and months of just a lot of, frustrations and through a lot of
angst.
Yeah, it's a stressful job. It's a very stressful job because writing content is not an easy thing, right?
Right.
And so Mike was in town. He's decided to come by, and here's a man who, that's what he does now. He just makes FGC content. And in fact, all of us make FGC. Yeah. Well, you don't make FGC content.
Not so much.
Not so much.
You can just go over there. We make FGC content. The three of us.
Soon.
But, it's just one of those things that I wanted to talk about because, when you write for a site like SRK or Event Hubs, right? It's interesting because at first, you can write whatever you want. As long as your site is small, you can write whatever you want, and it's great. Then when it becomes popular, then all of a sudden the traffic bills come, right? The site gets a ton of traffic. Now you need to start getting hits. You got to start putting ads on your website and everything. And so now all of a sudden you need to have articles that can generate the hits, and then you also have the articles that generate the quality, the content. Now, as a writer, is this something that you find struggling with, or is this something that's really difficult for you to do when you write content? Because you did a bunch of those casuals articles, but those actually did really well.
Yeah, I scraped the bottom of the barrel.
Oh man,
he sure
Not
did.
To be fair, you actually, to be fair, both of you guys have, I think, two of the what I think is the higher viewed stories that I've done.
Okay. Well, so
but
since you mentioned that, let me interrupt this question because this was a question I planned to ask.
Okay.
And you kind of brought it up. So where's the Sajam article?
He plays Killer Instinct.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
So
Anyways.
I'm not worth an article.
There's
Now
no
that
chance.
you've given up the gig, you know, it's too late.
I'm not even sure why you're sitting here. You play Killer Instinct.
But the first Yahoo Esports friendly
talk about that hair. Is
article.
what I'm talking about.
And then he fixes it on it. All you have to say is hair. And he's like, I gotta check this to make sure the swoop is intact. How does he do it? Anyways, I'm not gonna go on there.
Anyways, content. So, what is it like trying to write content?
So I used to run my own website like way back in the day, and so I know the struggle of, you know, just trying to cover everything that you possibly can,
Right.
and it sucks. And then I got into freelancing, and so as a freelancer, it's kind of different because I don't have to worry so much about necessarily what kind of content may or may not traffic well, because you know it's a matter of, all right, here's the story I want to do. You know, they say yes or no.
Right.
But I've done a lot of different freelancing.
Okay.
So in the case of like talking about Ian and some of those guys at both Shoryuken, Event Hubs, whatever,
Right.
they're covering a lot of different things. You know, they kind of provide
Yeah.
a different service, you know, like news, a lot of almost what I would call like inside baseball type, inside FGC type stuff, right?
Right, that's true.
But when it comes to like news and stuff like that, so I used to freelance for IGN doing news.
Right.
And it's one of those things where I didn't go into the comments section because, you know, you're just gonna get
Steer
you're just gonna get worked over. I've been
the worst.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough that I've only had to deal with sort of a couple, I guess, issues like on Twitter or whatever.
Right.
One time I wrote a story, I can't even remember what it was about, but I had like this.
It wasn't about me, that's for sure.
It
But-
sure as hell wasn't.
Sure, all right.
And nobody,
He said it sure as hell
and
wasn't.
nobody would hit my Twitter up to talk about you anyway.
You're right. That's what I get for playing a fighting game that has a story mode and a working online and good game. Oh,
He is holding that.
Shout out to
Holding that.
Sure.
But I had like this Xbox like fanboy army coming after me,
Okay.
and it, you know, at some point I just kind of had to like just shut it off and just walk away from it because you know they're just gonna keep coming after me.
So question: do you feel like personally that writing FGC articles, it's a lot more critical to the base to make sure everything is fact checked properly, or do you? And I know that's what you were kind of touching on, but for sites like SRK,
specifically like fighting game stuff, I've always done my best to make sure that I'm accurate. If I get like even if I get a name wrong, I'll never forget the first time I wrote a story and I had the wrong name for Knuckle Dew because I just looked up on Twitter Knuckle Dew, right? I figured that's what and someone else has the handle Knuckle Dew.
Oh,
Right.
no.
So I had the wrong name, and somebody mentioned, oh, fuck, I felt terrible, right? So I always do my best to like get things like that right, but at the same time, there's always been a balance. Before I started writing like Red Bull stuff, I did a lot of general gaming stuff, and you have to find that balance of writing a story or whatever for people to kind of like the general audience versus like the super hardcore, which is the FGC stuff.
I feel like that's hard.
So I feel like I've done really well straddling that line, but it also helps that, you know, I've been into fighting games and the fighting game community for so long.
I think it's actually super noticeable when you read your casual stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the language, it's just borderline between like casual audience and like FGC people. You can super tell that it is. Like there's certain terms that you use that I'm like, that makes sense. Like that's not what we would say, but it makes more sense like to a general audience.
Also, I do want to also give you an extra shout outs because I know a lot of people probably aren't aware that you're behind the casuals articles and everything on the Red Bull esports site. But you also wrote the article, and again, this is one of the only times I'm going to tell people to go to Playboy. But you wrote the article.
Safe for work.
But you have to remember, side note, Playboy, don't ask me how I know this, they no longer have nudity. Just FYI.
Yeah, that's true.
Most people do read Playboy for the article.
I read the article.
You did the Ricky Ortiz interview.
I did the Ricky Ortiz story.
Really great story.
That was a phenomenal article. Like
yes, it was.
It was.
What are we doing?
That's exactly what got me a new job.
Oh, really? Okay.
They loved it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Everyone
that article was ridiculous.
But one of the things when I talked to Ricky about it, one of the things I said was, look, I already know you have dealt with a lot of trolling and the you know everything that comes with that situation. You may get some because of this, and in fact, I may actually get some because of this, you know. And I was really surprised. It went up. It did super well. And everyone was like really positive about it.
This would almost be a good time for me to explain on stream my suck my nuts asshole tweet.
Yeah,
you have the floor. I mean,
segue.
Look,
this is your show.
No, because I mean seriously, what you were saying is absolutely true. So the reason why that tweet went out was because last year I was doing commentary at NCR and Ricky Ortiz was playing on the match, and you know. Even on the EG website, it's all, you know, she, her pronouns on the profile page. And so, you know, respectfully, obviously, we're going to use those pronouns when we do commentary. And then we took a break. I got off the commentary and I went to Twitter. Big mistake, right? Like I always do. And one of the first tweets I see from there is, "You're an idiot, James. Why do you keep using her and she? Ricky is obviously a dude," and blah, blah, blah. And just started basically talking trash to me.
Yeah.
And I just looked at that and I went, and just sighed.
Yeah.
And someone standing next to me, I won't name names, someone standing next to me looked at that and said, "This is how you respond, James." Grabbed my phone, tweeted out the "suck my nuts asshole" tweet.
Legendary tweet.
And you know what? I've never gotten rid of it because it's a great, it's a perfect response.
And it's a great reminder. It's an awesome reminder.
Yes.
So, you know
exactly.
what?
Dude, see, people even found it. They're like linking it in the chat right now.
It's your best tweet. You'll never...
Dude, it has the most retweets out of everything I've ever tweeted. So.
Do you know what prompted me to do that story on Ricky? She was competing in one of the weekly tournaments. I won't say which one, but I was in the chat.
Oh.
And I was like, this is awful.
Right.
And let me say this about the community. The way it works, and I feel like it works, and it gets to these points, is that like people that have been around for a while, they don't really have a problem, right? It's the newer introductees to the FGC.
It's all you fucking 09ers.
So it's like, I mean, and I'm not going to say it's the 09ers.
Just playing.
It's the 015ers.
Yeah, I know, right?
The
but
016ers.
It's one of those things. It's where the community starts and ends. It's like we had to start at a certain point, and regardless if you were okay with it or whatever the case, it's not your choice. A community is a community for that reason. So that's why I really like appreciated their article, because I'm pretty sure I read it at least 2 times, and I was like, man, this is really good. So
I mean, so when you write something like that, you know, are you trying to cater more towards just the general audience?
So for that specifically, yes, because that is being that it was for Playboy and everything has to be for the general audience on that site.
Right.
So yeah, specifically, I'm writing for the general audience on that. But you know, everything else, I just kind of like straddle the line.
So I mean, what do you do in those situations, though? You know, because a lot of people, one of the complaints you always see about SRK or event hubs is always like, "Oh, this is a clickbait. This is whatever. Oh, this is not news. Like, why is this news? Blah blah blah." This kind of back and forth, and then
even though a lot of that's super good, like we were talking earlier when they tweet or they post all the colors for Street Fighter V characters, and I'm just like, yes, now I get to look through all of them.
Now I don't have to search the internet. It's right there on SRK.
I'm a tab whore, right? I just open tabs up and I leave them all open forever. I mean,
earlier you had like 25 tabs, and I was looking at it, was stressing me out, dude.
That's not even as bad as it gets. Okay.
I was like, what is happening?
Like seriously, I have that tab open now of just all the colors, and I never close it because I just know at some point I'm gonna need that reference.
That's how it is on my phone. I have tabs open from stuff like months and months back. I just needed to look at it for instant reference.
And then like Event Hubs posts the articles where Daigo played like Alex or like Geef or whatever, and they like photoshopped his face onto the character, and I was like, I'll check this out. Like I totally took the bait. I was like, all right, let me check this out. So I watched some footage. Daigo gets bodied or whatever, but the picture is so good that I don't care about anything else. So, I'll just click on it.
So my question, to avoid clickbait, what do you look for? What do you feel like? And you said you're from the scene, so what's appealing to you to write as? I don't want you to give away your secrets, obviously, but I would like to know.
I like writing about people. When I write almost all of those stories, it's not even just that I'm trying to straddle the line between general and hardcore. I'm also trying to get into what I'm trying to talk about James or Steve.
That was good. I was like, he's gonna go past me. I knew
the person, because
right.
For the most part, if you're a hardcore FGC person, you already know
That's
like
true.
about sort of like the fighting game
Right.
side. So I try to highlight that, but to me, I want to put out something. I try to put out something that maybe someone might not know about you, or
that is so good. And then what's crazy is the fact that you cover that, because there's not a lot of what do you got? I can't keep talking.
Someone linked something in that picture. Oh my god.
Sick.
Okay.
So yeah, the fact that
That would be some good clickbait right there. That was good.
Speaking of clickbait, David,
people on
Damn it.
YouTube are just gonna have to wonder.
I know,
You know? Okay.
well, the only reason I say that is because every other site is a lot of the times it's only those things. It's colors,
Yeah.
it's new tech, it's a combo video.
Right,
So,
right.
so
it's
like I said,
results,
I
you
think
know?
sites like SRK and Event Hubs kind of serve a different purpose than something like, say, Red Bull Esports or even Yahoo Esports as that grows. And I'm all about, look, clickbait, whether you think it's clickbait or not, it got someone in there.
That's true.
It got you in there. It made you, it compelled you to interact with the site by leaving a comment or tweeting or whatever. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I don't necessarily have a problem with how those sites work, but I do see. So going way back to the idea of, like, Ian left SRK. I understand, being under like that stress and that pressure and dealing with like that negativity to the point where, I don't know if I should say this, but I actually commented to my girlfriend that very day that seeing some of his tweets, I'm like, wow, he seems like he's so burnt out that maybe he should walk away.
Right.
And literally like an hour later, he did.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because
but you can see it.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very obvious.
Because I remember there was what a lot of people don't realize is there's when you have a site like SRK and you get so much traffic, basically you're throwing money away because
true.
you have to host that. You have to have beefy servers to host that kind of traffic, right? And so I remember when Event Hubs first came around, I was about to make a bad comment, but anyways, when Event Hubs first came around, I'll be nice, I'll be kind.
No Disney princesses here. You're gonna keep it PG, right, Steve?
Okay.
Yeah, I threw out an F-bomb there. I might get in trouble.
He gave me the elbow.
A lot of people were like, oh, I like Event Hubs way better because there's no ads on it. SRK is full of all these ads, intrusive ads and whatever like that. And then guess what? Event Hubs got popular. And when it got popular, they started losing all their money.
Yeah, exactly.
So what did they have to do? They had to add all the ads, right? And then they got into the war with their viewers because they put the ad block stuff on their page and everything. Yeah. So it's like, when it gets popular, these things need to basically have a way to sustain themselves. And so you have to have articles that get clicks. And then when someone like Ian writes this really awesome interview, I forgot what he had written a super awesome article recently. I can't remember who he interviewed, but it was a really, really good article, and no one clicked on it.
Right.
No one clicked on it, and it's like, it's frustrating because the biggest complaint about these sites is this is not news, or where's your real content, and when you make it, no one reads it. Right.
It's always interesting to me to see, and so I can't, like, for the Red Bull esports stuff, I didn't know traffic numbers, but I can see like how many times something was shared, and that's how I know if something's been popular. So it's always interesting to me to see like which ones do well and which ones don't. Guilty, who plays Dawson in 5.
Right.
Her story did really well, like comparable to like what your guys did.
So ours was the best, right? We still had the most.
So Red Bull,
nice segue.
Red Bull Brazil. Translated and posted that like about 2 weeks ago. You guys are around the 300, 350 mark. I think it was what it was. Actually, yours might have gotten higher than that, but so she was around that mark too, right?
Okay.
But since each Red Bull country is like run independently, so Red Bull Brazil puts up that same story. It was over 1,000 shares.
Oh wow!
Interesting. Okay, there you go.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah. So.
But yeah,
Now, that blows away all of them.
You guys are whack.
All
You guys
of them.
suck.
Like,
Man, you guys are lame.
ain't nobody close to that.
That's
I went and
dumb.
checked. I was like, off the top of my head, all the ones that I knew that had done
That's
well.
crazy. That's really good though.
But you know, you
all right,
just
so
never
this
know.
is Mike. Get out of here.
But you know,
It's been good.
you know, you get the same problem when you do YouTube content though.
Yeah.
Too. You have the same clickbaity problem. Like Rip's videos on his channel, right? He has like a thing about Akuma. It's like a minute long, and he's like, "Oh man, Akuma's in the game. This is crazy." And it's got like 170,000 views on YouTube or something crazy like that.
Right.
And then like it's super in depth. Like this is how you play Tekken video has like 10,000.
Right.
And it's like. This video is a minute of him being like, look, this character's in the game. That's cool, I guess. And so, like, you look at stuff like that, and it's crazy. And my videos are the same way.
Right.
It's like stuff like anything like that where I'm just like, oh, this is kind of cool, I guess, or whatever.
Well,
But it's
where,
like super
where
popular.
can people view your videos?
Well, if they wanted to find FGC content covering a multitude of games, high level, low level, anywhere in between, they could go to youtube.com/Superman Sajam. And you can go there and check out the content anyway. And also you can find a link to that on my Twitter, twitter.com/Sajam. Anyways, so the thing about content like that is it's going to be, no matter what you do, that kind of stuff is just going to fly far and above.
Right.
Right.
I mean, look, some people are even mentioning it in chat already. It was bound to come up. Maximilian, right? A lot of people get mad because he's got the clickbait, the preview, the windows.
He's good at that.
With the faces
The
and
rage
everything.
faces.
But
I want to
mean,
know how long it takes him to get those faces.
I'm pretty sure he's taken like 1,000 of
Yeah,
those,
I know,
and he just has
right?
them lined up.
Like,
he's waiting.
I wonder if he's
Like, which one do I want today?
He's like in line at Starbucks and he's like, selfie, boom, takes it, that's the one.
Yeah.
When I do a video about such and such, that's the one. Like,
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
just out there.
He says that he does it because it works, right? He's not doing it because
They are great.
It works. It
Yeah, they're
works.
great.
that's proven as a thing to
David
get more.
had that experiment recently where
Those
the
are so
the
funny.
Dawson videos
That
where
was
he
good.
literally uploaded the same video
Yeah.
and he titled them differently.
Yeah.
One of them was like, you wouldn't believe what this yogi man does
Yeah,
to himself.
Right.
Like-
and he
it had,
has
like-
the David picture on there.
And it had
David
like
going,
700 views or whatever, whereas the other one
One
had
had, like,
like
100.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
Hey, entertainment is gonna
Believe-
sell. Like,
Yeah, no,
you wouldn't believe what this yogi man does. ... To himself. It's like, what? Because that's like a Dawson mirror. It was so good.
Oh, wow.
Oh man. Dude, it works.
Just
and
like,
it's the
you know
weirdest
what-
thing. Like, I mean, I look at YouTube and I see those reaction faces. I'm like, God, what the hell? But apparently
It works.
It's a draw.
No matter what.
You know what? There's a video I saw that the title of the video could have been like, Gentlemen Freak Out about
Oh, here we go.
Power Ranger. But the name of the video where he's freaking out about the White Ranger is called Black Guys
No,
The Hood.
it says White Ranger in the ghetto.
in the Ghetto. That's what it says. It says like Black
in the
Guys
chat,
in the Hood freak out about White Ranger or something like that. It's like so clearly, obviously not the Hood.
Yeah.
Like the area they're in is clearly not the
And
Hood.
what's crazy is the guy legitimately defended us on the first post. They're like, yeah, man, those black guys are freaking out. And he was just like, look, those are some nice gentlemen. And I'm like, that guy,
Dude,
bless his heart.
so we went
Bless his heart.
We went
Like,
to
I-
St. Louis. We went to St. Louis, and I was like, I saw you in the video. I saw you in the video. Like all of those dudes.
Yeah.
I
So
was like,
all
I
the
saw you
guys,
guys
all
in
the guys
videos.
that were in
I
St.
swear,
Louis.
type Black Guys, White Ranger. and
Oh
it'll show
my
up. I
God.
swear.
So every guy that was in that video was.
It's the first one. I told you. I told you. It's so true.
Oh my God.
It's so true.
So-
White Power Ranger in the ghetto. It's clearly not the ghetto. You guys are all wearing like X-Men t-shirts. Like,
That's how me and all my friends dress. Like
Yeah.
that's how we normally dress. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. Oh, this
Oh,
thing,
here
we
we
got
go.
it on the show.
Well, we're going to get it on the show.
Oh my
Alright, alright.
God.
Just give it a second. Give it a second.
Look at James
guys.
work as magic.
Yeah.
Here in the UltraChen studios.
Yeah,
Look at him go.
You can't see this yet. I haven't moved it over yet.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
So point being is that clickbait definitely works.
This is, I mean, look, I'm about this.
This
now.
video, for instance,
Oh, dude, why is this?
Why are we in the
oh,
background?
ghost mode. I like it.
You can tell us about what happened.
White and black guy.
There we go. There we
Yahoo
go.
Esports Writer Plus. Look at this. This video is great. This is the best video I've ever seen.
Legitimately, every one of these people, except for the guy in the blue shirt,
I met them
was
all.
there.
I met
Every
all these
every
people.
one of them. That lets you know how close my circle is.
I was
That's
like,
I'm not ashamed of this at all. So it doesn't matter. No way, shape, or form am I ashamed. I'm
Can
just
I-
gonna let you guys know.
can I just tell you, as a fan of you watching this video, the best thing you say in this whole video is when he does, you're like, yo, did you make that shit yourself or what? And then he says like, oh, someone made it for me, and then he does his thing, and you go, that's the fuck I'm talking about. That was the sickest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know why I can't get audio on this right now. Man. It's making me so mad right now. But...
This video is a classic. I heard someone told me it has 3 million views on World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Are you serious?
What?
Oh my
it's
god.
pretty stupid.
I mean, look,
you World Star now?
It's 424 views here, dude. It's 424 views.
You are,
sorry. Anyways, I can't get that.
Man,
you guys
we in the presence of royalty. You World Star over here.
Look, right here. Right here is when Steve's like, yo, that's what
oh, shit.
So he's
I
like,
gotta go back.
So he has to take a picture with him, right? That's
okay, here we go.
So this is when he was doing the pose. I was like, oh, I'm so taking a picture with this dude. And then he's like, yo, Steve, take a picture. I'm like, I got it. I was like, yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Is that Jason Cole?
Nah.
No, okay. I swear that was him.
So legitimately, all these guys.
Yeah, that's not him.
All of these guys were definitely there. Like, they were in.
See, he said it right there. That was the line. Alright, anyway, sorry. That's the best line.
But yeah, it's all clickbait. Like the only reason, like, this guy like reached out to me and was like, hey, like, do I owe you anything or anything like that? I'm like, no, dude, you okay? He's like, you sure? I'm like, I'm fine.
Wait, the White Ranger?
No, not that guy. Oh. But it was the guy that recorded the video.
Oh, okay.
And he asked, he was like, hey, is it cool if you know if I record you guys? I'm like, oh man, it's cool. Like, I just really like the White Ranger. And he was just like,
no, you need to be going to that guy now because he got 400,000 views on that.
But see, it doesn't matter because you met the real White Ranger.
I met the real one.
We did. That was
so
sick.
that was godlike. Like, I legit couldn't even, like, my face was hurting. I was smiling so hard. It was ridiculous. So
people were tweeting me like, "Tell Steve to stop smiling."
Yeah, like, it was really bad. It was really bad.
Oh, it's hard not to. That's sick.
But yeah, like you were saying though, like Maximilian says it, and obviously, if you've clicked on any internet article, it works. It's not something that anybody does less or to not get views.
Right. I mean, it's just always interesting because I get a lot of people are like, oh, the SRK's articles are garbage, whatever like that. Well, you know what? They're hiring now, so you know what?
I mean, put your money where your mouth is.
They don't hire a new editor-in-chief, right?
I don't think so. I think they'll probably promote somebody else to it or
and
something
then hire
like
a new
that.
writer. Yeah, that's what I think.
It's just content is a very difficult thing to write, and especially so now that you're with Yahoo. But you said you're going to be mostly doing video content.
So
right?
I feel like what I'm going to be doing is a lot of what I did before at Red Bull, but also more video at Yahoo. So yeah, I'll be doing little of both.
Okay, so are you still going to be writing for Red Bull at all? No,
it's because I'm a full-time employee with Yahoo.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I won't be freelancing.
Well,
with anyone.
You made it.
Is it true?
I made it.
Is it true?
Congratulations.
That the reason why you're not writing for Red Bull anymore is because Ultra David kicked you out.
Yes.
Because he's writing articles.
You know how pissed off I was when they brought him on? I couldn't believe that.
He just took your spot. He took your spot.
I couldn't believe that.
He only writes like once every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm putting them out. You guys
I'm putting your shit out there, David. Sorry.
I got so serious for a second.
Everyone's like, oh.
It's a good thing David's not here. Could have been a fight.
Dude, we should critique his recent
But Ian
article.
is writing.
He's gonna be writing for a Red Bull article.
I think that's really good though, and I really think a lot of people take for granted how
they
hard
don't have
it
a comment
is.
section.
Yeah, I
Yo,
so I was gonna say that's actually one of the things that's benefited me is there's no comment section on Red Bull. Actually, there might be, but nobody leaves comments. So,
right.
I don't think there is.
I've never seen a comment on any of them.
Yeah, I've looked for the comments.
Because you read
and
your
I don't
own
know
article
if that's
and you're like,
because
what
of
are
how
people saying
great
about me?
a job I'm doing.
I feel like there should be
You wouldn't
nothing.
know about that experience.
No. I will tell you though, one of my videos.
But thanks for reading.
Yeah, one of my and I had ad block off and everything. So one of my videos got posted on Event Hubs, and it was about stuffing wake up jab. And I was showing it against a 3-frame jab, and then someone in the comment section was like, "This wouldn't work against a fast 3-frame jab. The 3-frame jab that you tested was slow." And I was like, "This is why I read the comments."
I would have
gold.
You should have just destroyed your whole computer. It never went back to that. Don't even look at that again. Because if you go back and look at it, you're qualified.
I was so angry, and then I was like, "What is this guy on about?" So I checked his history. Yeah, I was like, "What does this guy do?" And he's like complaining that Chun-Li is low tier. I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine." Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm fine.
No one's gonna listen.
Wait, were you
by him?
Were
you
you worried he was
clickbaited by him.
I feel like you were worried he was right.
Yeah, I was like, no, because I was
Am
like,
I wrong?
I was like, what?
Is that a slow 3-frame jab?
I was like, what kind of monster is he? Like, I was like, what is he on about? I think he was like, yeah, Chun-Li's so bad. And I was like, oh, no, I'm fine. All right, good. Whew.
You gotta take it all with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
The first time you read something, you just can't even believe it. You can't believe it.
So, I mean...
3-frame jabs.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like, one of the reasons why I really did want to bring this up is just because it is very tough. And I know a lot of people got mad at SRK because it's literally like 4 people writing for this site where one of them does it full-time and the other ones are kind of like part-time. And it's like, why don't I see a lot of this content or that content on there? Like, why is there not more, like, Guilty Gear content on there? Why is there no more?
I have a big problem with that.
What's that?
There was no KI content on the site. So you know what I did? I started submitting them. I was like, hey, check out this. Hey, check out that. They post hella KI content now.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, when you want a problem solved, maybe you should just step up and make it happen. Because the I've heard the same thing from the Guilty Gear community before about commentary, where they're like, yeah, commentary this and commentary that. I used to hate commentary for the games that I played. So I stepped up and started commentating. There was no KI content on any of these sites. So I was like, look, here's KI content. Here's this. Here's that. If you need more, let me know. I got you. And I have no problems with the coverage on the site. So maybe you guys should talk to your local editor-in-chief. All right, guys? That's all I'm saying.
Your local
Maybe you should quit tweeting about how angry you are and send them stuff.
Right,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
And plus the other thing too is like, yeah, okay, so maybe one person has this as their full-time job. They don't have the tentacles and fingers and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really hard for them to get
Can I
this
just
kind
say
of
that
information.
for the most part, especially as like a freelancer, if people are freelancing at like SRK and such, look, the pay's not great to begin with.
Right.
Yeah.
The hours suck.
Yep.
Most people do it because it's out of passion, and passion doesn't pay. We talked about that.
We definitely talked about
Passion
that.
doesn't pay.
It don't.
But you know, people aren't gonna like it. People are gonna like it. People aren't gonna like it. You know, just stay out of the comment section, I guess, is all.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things that people take for granted that the information that they do have available. So if someone like Steve here steps up and says, "Hey, I'm gonna make this content myself," whether someone takes it or not, it's not up to him.
Yeah.
It's up to those producing to say, "Hey, we're gonna share this," and if you value something or you take something from it, feel free to share it. You know, and it is definitely one of those things. He's doing this out of passion, not because he likes any game that much less. It's just the fact that he really likes Killer Instinct, so he's gonna produce.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell, to be honest.
Yeah, my channel is split pretty evenly between Street Fighter, Killer Instinct, and MK.
But
because I like all those games.
Right, but you're still mostly into Killer Instinct, right?
I guess. I mean,
there's no idea.
The thing is, I don't have to. No, there's so many voices about Street Fighter 5 and MK, so like I just let that happen. Nobody's talking about KI, so I was like, I should just say.
Yeah, I mean, look, I had talked even on Twitter online about making content for Guilty Gear. Norval Tataki started making content. He started making a bunch of content, and they all showed up on SRK. And then I remember,
crazy how that works, right?
Yeah, and then I remember I started seeing other Guilty Gear players complain about his content, that his content was bad. You know, and that's just the way it works, right? You have to, like, if you want content, make it. Like, if you feel like the content's not good enough, make it.
It's that simple, but it'll never happen.
And rule of thumb, if someone doesn't like what you're doing, that means you're doing something right. I'm just saying. Yeah. If you have something for somebody not to like, there's obviously somebody that does like it.
I don't know, man.
The
internet's full of some
really
garbage.
well,
You're doing great. Trust
I'm doing
me.
perfect.
I'll check the numbers.
I'm doing super good.
You're
man,
okay,
so.
D.
The internet's full of some garbage, man. I don't know about that.
That's true. You just got
There's a lot of garbage out
I
there.
like the internet. Click on my stuff. All right.
Okay, well, do you want to take a break? And then when we take a break, we come back. We can move on to the next topic. We're going to talk about some free agency and some signings that have just recently happened. So, all right, cool. Be right back.